Hey, here's a quick story about how natal astrology could change your life. For context, I've been studying natal astrology for over 7 years, but I am still regularly learning new information. I recently saw a Vedic natal astrologer for the first time. All he had was my birth date, time, and place. With no additional information, he knew about chronic health issues specific to like organ, relationship dynamics, particularly within the last year, knew the field that I was working in, knew about my parents. Mind you, I'm not on social media, and even if he searched my name, it's way too generic. He could never have even found out that I was a lawyer. Anyway, so the example I want to highlight is that unbeknownst to me, sorry for saying unbeknownst, he said I cannot successfully date another person in my profession. I hadn't even told him that I'd had any relationship issues. But bruh, all of my relationships within the last 6 years have been with lawyers. And those relationships have been absurd. Yeah, I see how someone would be like, obviously lawyers will argue with each other. No, babe, it wasn't just that. It was also about manipulative, shady, deceptive behavior, in addition to arguments. So my point is that before learning this information, all I could perceive with my finite human mind as the cause of the breakdown of any given relationship were the human interaction, whether that's like irreconcilable differences, in values or betrayals or conflict. That's all I could perceive. If, for example, I subscribe to astrology and my specific chart says that I cannot successfully date other people in my profession, then all of the events will conspire in such a way to fulfill that truth of my chart. So no matter how it happens, it must happen. Again, if that has to be through kind of excessive conflict or some deception, it must result in a failure of a relationship with anyone who is in the same profession as me. Now, this is not to outsource responsibility to cosmic bodies, no. We always take responsibility for our actions, and it's a two-way street. This is also not to invalidate real feelings of grief, sadness, frustration, anger, whatever it is that's tied to the breakdown of a relationship. Those are emotions that are real and must be processed. I'm simply saying that perhaps there is additional information we are not privy to. So to my limited human mind, all I can perceive is what said person did or did not do, what I did or didn't do, these superficial, surface level reasons for why something didn't work out. But I've seen time and time again, even beyond the relationship context, where something isn't working out, only to see in hindsight that my chart, for example, or someone else's chart, shows that there could not have been any other outcome. Now, I find this liberating because it enables me to detach and become more of an observer of my experience. It also is so much easier to liberate myself from painful narratives. It's so easy for us to go through life with resentment or regret or shame or guilt or anger built up through the stories we create around situations in our lives or other people. But perhaps it's not about them or any of that. I find it liberating. What do you think? And of course, people reach these conclusions all the time through different means: therapy, literature, film, speaking with friends and family. But for me, natal astrology has been so illuminating. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening.